Someone sent me a conversation he had with his Hinge match, and he was wondering why she ghosted him when he tried to ask her out. After reading his conversation, I could see all the mistakes that he was making. But here's how it relates to you. If you're someone who uses dating apps and you're getting ghosted all the time as well, because in this conversation, this guy made three mistakes. And these are the same mistakes I see over and over again from men using dating apps. Now, this conversation is exactly how most men talk to their matches. You can pause the video if you need to read what he said, and I suggest you do that whenever I change the screenshots. So in this conversation, she actually messaged him first, and he replied with a very vague and generic response before asking about her holiday plans. And then he goes on to reply about what he's been up to before asking her a question to keep the conversation going. This is the first mistake. That's what I call information exchanging, where you talk a little about yourself and then you let her talk a little about herself. The problem with that is everyone on the dating apps are doing the same. So it becomes very monotonous, and hearing others spit out facts about themselves can get boring really fast. What you want to do then is to change the direction of the conversation and focus on building togetherness. That means you start talking about you and her. So you use words like we, us, or you and I. Next, he gave her a little tidbit about what type of person he is. She responded with what she enjoys doing. He related to her by saying it's definitely nice to mix things up. Considered moving to the city a few times. She asks if he travels and relates back a bit by saying good neighbors is definitely key. This is normal. It's how people connect with people. But the mistake here is in him trying to relate with something that is not personal to him. If you want her to really feel like you and her have great chemistry, then you definitely want her to relate to something stronger. So you have to share something personal about yourself instead. And I don't mean details about your life, but rather a personal belief of yours. Something like, I truly believe holidays are for the good of our souls. Every time I come back from a holiday, I feel a lot more fresh and motivated to live life better. And I can guarantee if you say something like that, she's very likely to agree because that's quite a universal experience for us. Anyway, moving on to the last screenshot, he suggested a date at the end, and that's when she ghosted him. So here's the last mistake this guy made. If you get a sense of how the overall interaction was, you'd notice the tone of it was lighthearted, but also somewhat serious. I would describe his serious tone as, I'm trying to relate to you for the purpose of meeting eventually. I am not saying there's anything wrong here, but the energy that comes across is very nice, pleasant, and somewhat platonic. That's the energy almost every man on dating apps put out. So if you want to guarantee yourself a date, it is far better if your energy has a bit more edge to it. You can get this energy by mixing your conversation up, by showing more of your wit, being more fun and playful, and engaging in more banter. If you throw in some flirting, you'll get a bit more romantic tension as well. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and then follow me for more easy online dating tips.